Cash is what makes a business run. You can't make money without spending money. I can't think of anything where you can make money without spending money, even if it's just in gas. I talk to my students about what's the cost of going to work, and they always talk about, well, you have to get a babysitter if you have children and that kind of thing. And I say, yeah, but think about the gas getting there, if you have to take public transportation. Dry cleaning bills, dry cleaning is expensive. Clothes, I would wear pajamas if I were at home. I'm not going to wear a suit around the house to do dishes. So, clothes are expensive, all of that. So we have to think about that. It takes money to make money, and you have to have cash. Tax payments, rent payments, payroll, inventory, utilities, all these other expenses are all activities that require cash. Most of them will not allow you to pay in SpaghettiOs or Play-Doh or hair bows, whatever it is that you make. They're not going to allow you to do that. You might be able to barter once or twice and say, well, what if, when my sister was starting out, she'd shoot pictures in exchange for advertising spots, things like that. And that works for a little while, but in general, you have to have cash. A cash budget is one of these things that allows you to stay on top of where's your cash coming from, where's it going, when are you going to get it, and when do you need to spend it. All of that. Planning for all of this really increases your chances of succeeding in the future. Cash management is poor cash management is one of the main reasons small businesses fail. Cash management, and you have to know what your cash flow is. This is accounting and banker talk. Operating cash flow, this is also known as your working capital. This is your day-to-day stuff, the money coming in and out of your business as you're doing, this sounds goofy, I know I'm running over, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
As you're doing what it is that you do when you're doing what you do, your day-to-day stuff. So for you guys that live horses, for someone else who does graphic design, that kind of stuff, that's your operating cash flow. Your investing cash flow, this is when you're investing in your equipment, assets, if you buy a building, something that you're going to have, okay? Financing, this is where your sources of cash, money from a bank, equity investments, those are part of the financing cash flow. This operating cash flow is where people have problems because a lot of times you'll have a whole lot of money going out and not a lot of money coming back in. So it's important to know where your money is coming from and where it's going. Get to know your cash. Where is it coming from? Where is it going? When are you going to get it? How do you need to spend it? When do you need to spend it? If you're a florist, when are you going to sell a whole lot of roses? Valentine's Day. When are they going to ask you to pay for all of those roses? Before you get them. They're not going to sell you fresh flowers on credit, guaranteed. So you need to have cash ahead of time so that you can pay for your roses. Okay, so you need to know where it's coming. And you need to have a source. You have friends you can call up if you need money to throw a party. That's a source for additional cash. So you need to have a source for that cash, and you need to maintain a good relationship with those sources. It could be a line of credit. It could be in emergencies only, a cash advance on a credit card. I don't recommend it. The interest rates are ridiculous.
If you don't pay it, it's payday.
Yes, it is. Please, if at all possible, stay away from payday loans, stay away from title max, things like that that charge you way too much interest. This is what a cash budget looks like. Okay? At the top, what your cash sales are. If you have any people that you've offered credit to that owe you money, accounts receivable, what you've collected to let you know, all right, all the money coming in. And then here we got all the money that's going out, raw materials, payroll, other direct expenses, advertising expense, selling, administrative expenses, plans and equipment expenditures, all the payments, all the money going out. And then it lets you know, do you have cash, surplus, or deficit? If you're a florist, you're going to have a whole lot of money going out in January and a lot coming in February. It's not a bad thing to occasionally have a negative cash flow in a month, more money going out than coming in, because hopefully it balances out in the long run.